Vasudevaya Vidmahi Satyadevaaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat. Om Sahna Vavatu Sahno Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahe. Om Asato ma Satgamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shri Sai Ram. Good evening and welcome to the second day of our 40-day Parayanam. We call it the Atma Chalisa, where we are going to be immersing ourselves in deep sadhana, and we pray to the universal consciousness. We pray to our Guru to grant us Atma Sakshatkara and give us the glimpse of ourselves. We experience ourselves. As we discussed yesterday in our first day, we have taken upon ourselves the steps towards realizing our divinity, and we spoke about those 9 steps. I'm just going to quickly recap for those who have joined us today. We spoke about the 9 steps to divinity or to Sat Chit Ananda, and those 9 steps are: step number 1 is lamenting, second step is yearning, third step is the arrival of Guru in our life, the fifth step is practicing that message. First, we do self-inquiry, and that self-inquiry leads to a direct experience or the Prataksha Praman, and the experience, our own experience, our direct evidence, then gives us self-realization. This self-realization is temporary, it's an experience, it's not permanent, and what it gives rise to is an awareness. And once that awareness becomes constant, integrated awareness, it is ever present, that awareness then leads us to experiencing Ananda. So those were the 9 steps that we revised yesterday. So now we get into the second day, and as we start to travel towards anything, we must have a goal in mind. If we don't have a goal in mind, we don't reach anywhere. So we must have a goal in mind, not just for these 40 days of Parayanam, but we must have a goal for our life as well. Fortunately for us, the goal of life is also the goal of this Parayanam, because our goal of these 40 days is to have Atma Sakshatkara or self-realization. So it's so beautiful that what we have embarked upon to do and to experience is what life is all about. And so such an event and such a time can only come with the grace of the all-merciful and all-powerful, all-benevolent God. And it's only with the sankalpa of that God can we undertake such a practice. It requires from each one of us 40 days of intense immersion into our own selves. Like Sonia's sister said, that I am not able to tolerate any noise from outside. And that is happening because when the inner silence is experienced, the outer noise becomes violence. And we are going to go deeper and deeper into the self till we not only experience it, but we experience what the experience means. Because no words and no language can ever define what Ananda is really like. Once we experience it, it cannot simply be put into words. So therefore, what we have set out to do is to have our direct experience. So what is this goal? What is this goal that we are seeking from these 40 days and from our life? The Upanishads have laid it out for us. Our Guru Sai Baba has emphasized it again and again. And this is the goal for which we all came together in a satsang. And that is to experience the inner self, the divine consciousness that pervades everywhere, but more importantly, is ever present inside us. To experience that divinity and to remain in that divine consciousness is the goal of our life, is the goal of these 40-day Parayanam, and is the goal of all human beings, all 7.8 billion beings, human beings who are here, and all other species as well. The ultimate pinnacle of human consciousness is to experience the all-pervading universal consciousness. That is where the game ends. That is where this experience on this dimension ends. We as a soul are eternal. We are part of this universal consciousness. We come here, we take birth again and again, only to be able to experience this goal, to be able to experience the presence of divine consciousness within us and without us, and to remain in the experience of this consciousness at all times. Once we achieve this goal, this game of human life is over, because we merge back to the source from which we come. We become one with this divine consciousness. And once that oneness is achieved, then we say this round of continuous birth and death at the dimension of the earth plane or the earthly plane comes to an end, and this one consciousness then moves into other realms. So let's just focus on this particular realm and particularly be clear why we are here. And once we have achieved this clarity, and once each one of us decides for ourselves that this is our goal and that this is what we are seeking, then truly we can start taking those small steps of the journey within. The beautiful thing of this journey is we are going to travel far and wide, but we are not going to go anywhere. We are just going to go far and wide within the spaces which are within us. We are going to go and experience the depths of nothingness, because the divine resides in the cave of our heart, in the cave of a void that exists within each one of us. It is that journey that we are about to undertake. And as I said, that no journey can happen unless we know our destination, unless we know what this journey is all about. So today's day, the second day, is about making our goal very, very clear. I want to make sure that everybody who's present today, each one of you, should note down as the first thing is what our goal is, and have absolute clarity on that goal. Let there be no doubt. And if we have a doubt, if we think that the goal of life is something else other than what I have just recounted, then we must talk about it today, because I want to make sure that all of us are working towards that one particular goal, and that there is, somebody is not going in a different direction. There has to be one single focus for each one of us. And as they say, well begun is half done, and preparation is required for us to do this journey. And the first step that we are taking today, and I think a very important step, is to really be clear on our goal. Because most of our time, if we look back in our lives so far, each one of us has had a lot of experience in this particular lifetime. I'm not talking about our experiences of past lifetimes, but in this lifetime, we've had many things that have been guiding us. We have been distracted in our lives. We have tried to run after multiple goals. And after all the experiences that we've had, we all have come to a point where we found something missing in our lives. And we've been trying to find that peace, that contentment that we spoke about yesterday. And in search of that peace, in seeking for that peace, is how our journey came to our Guru. And the Guru led us to his message. So all that we are seeking is the experience of Aham Brahmasmi, that the entire Brahman is one with me, or I am one with the Brahman. And that is the experience that we seek. as a very clear goal. Even in a camera, you can take a beautiful picture only when there is focus. If your hand is shaking, you cannot get a good picture no matter how good your camera is. In the same way, we will not be able to get to where we have to unless we are absolutely unanimous and focused and clear about this goal. So if each one of us is okay with this, then we are ready to move to step 2, which I would like to take up in tomorrow's session. What I would like to share a few other things that might be helpful during these 40 days. One, as I said, it would be good that each one of us keeps a journal, and it would be nice if we can have a heading of this journal or a title of this journal. And day by day, every day from day 1 to day 40, it would be nice if whatever is coming to us in terms of what we discussed during our sessions, if you'd like to note that down, whatever experiences you're having during the day, it would be amazing if you could note those experiences, because these experiences are going to shift. Remember, this is an experiential journey that we are undertaking, and it will give you tremendous insight as you start going back into your experience. So I would really recommend that this journal is going to become very handy for you, not only in these 40 days, but thereafter as well. The other thing I would like to tell you, that during these 40 days, it would be great if we can practice whatever we are discussing during the day, or whatever we've discussed in the evening. For those who are in India, can practice it the next day, and those who are outside of India can practice it during their days. So depending upon the timelines, it would be good to either practice it or bring this discussion in your awareness. So the acronym BABA is leaping out to me: be aware, be alert. So as it may be a good idea to note down what is your current level of awareness and what is current level of our alertness. And maybe it's a good thing that every day you keep noting down for yourself how this alertness and this awareness is beginning to shift, because it will definitely shift. And one other thought that comes to me from the Upanishads is Shraddhavan Labhate Jnanam, that the ones who are devoted, the ones who are fully into something, they are the ones who finally seek. So if today is such an important day in our journey, that if we take it upon ourselves today, that I am going to, no matter what, achieve my goal at the end of 40 days. And if I keep reminding myself of this goal, I can assure you that this goal is going to be experienced, and we are going to reach where we have set out to. So therefore, today's day is the day of making your affirmation, of making your goal clear, and we will start to work from this important foundation tomorrow onwards. So please keep doing Mananam. Please keep sharing what you are experiencing. Okay, so we'll just close today, right? Oh, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.